Okay, girl, coming back in with the other one. I just couldn't take them damn secretors, them cicadas, I call them secretors, all loud in video. Alright, I'm going to title this video when I get a chance because it was just acting up and I don't want to lose reception right now. Getting dark and I want to finish this video. I know that everybody is covering the video, this topic. I tend to not try to come in on, popular things unless I got something different to say or whatever, or it's just something that I have experienced or I have input that I want to put on. But basically this Coldplay thing, okay? Narcs are so embarrassing that you will always take the blame and the shame for the things that they do. How embarrassing. But you know what? I haven't seen anyone discuss, but I did comment on a couple of people's videos about this one. I'm thinking like this is too coincidental, like I feel like somebody knew and somebody hired, investigated, hired, the two words I tried to combine. I think someone hired, maybe the wife or whatever, or the ex-husband, because people kept saying that she was married to. I'm glad I wait, because come to find out, she's not married. She's divorced, but he was married, so there was some cheating involved, and she knew she was supply. Off topic sidebar. That's why y'all should be getting mad about the new supply, and then y'all be getting extra mad when you be like, "This is what you cheated on me." Narcs don't have no type. Just long as they got entries, I'll put it that way. Not cool with side supply being anything or anybody. So stop getting in your feelings when you're looking at the other person and you looking like, she look like Skeletor. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So I'm thinking that somebody hired a PI and found out that they were going to be there. Out of all them people in that concert, just think about it. Out of all them people that was in that concert, anybody could have got pulled up on it. But they pulled up on them, right? And then clocked it when their reaction showed everything, which was stupid. First of all, that's what narcs do. Just never have no accountability, even when you got proof. If they had not made that reaction and just stood there like they was husband, wife, lovey-dovey, it doesn't matter, and not made that scene, nobody would have said anything. It would probably, it still probably would have got out eventually, but not as bad as it did when they tried to do them little maneuvers, to duck up out the scene. And, the shock and the embarrassment that was on their face. But the point of this video is, that's what I think. But I wanted to say, you're always going to be the blame, and you're always going to be the shame of the things that they're doing. Because everybody started looking up the wives and the so-called, they thought, husband that she didn't really have. It was just an ex. So this poor man sitting over there like, I ain't even with her no more. Then why? Bruh, like, then why I ain't with her no more, okay? So please don't bring me into this. Thank y'all for letting me know, but now y'all got proof of what I've been trying to tell y'all a long time ago. And to the wife, she already knew that he probably was doing whatever. Man, a lot of these people, and I'm gonna say people because it could be whatever gender, that got money like that, they just never satisfied. They feel like they gotta have more excitement, and then they feel like they're entitled to whatever it is that they want, no matter who it hurts. But they're always an embarrassing, and you take the blame and the shame, because he probably went around and told the side piece or other people how unhappy he is with his wife, and that's probably why she's saying up to be side chick or not. I don't know. She probably didn't even care. She was quick to sign up with someone else. Hey, baby. Hey, sis. I'm talking about that Coldplay. Because everybody had their own videos, and how I was trying to tell people that I think that was a setup. I think somebody knew. I think that it was a private eye there, and Coldplay them knew. They probably got slid some ducats. Probably got slid some ducats to air them out. Not only just getting some ducats to air them out, but now Coldplay about to sell out all their damn tickets. They're about to sell out all their tickets for that. You know what I mean? Even though all the side pieces, the people that cheat may not go to the concert, but I'm telling you right now, that's probably just boost up their sales. But that to me was just too coincidental that they happened to pull up all these people that in this audience, and these two get popped up and make a whole scene. Like I said, they should have been just kept it cool. It's like sometimes you call, it's like getting pulled over by the police. You know you were speeding, and here could the lights coming on you, and you're trying to do something, and the cop like, no, you were speeding, whatever. Sometimes it should be like, all right, you got me. All right, you got me. All right, it's cool. I have to own up. But like I said, narcs don't want to take accountability. They didn't want to take accountability, so that's why they responded that way. And I did also say, like, don't be, look, I'm telling people, stop getting mad about what the side supply look like. That right there, that right there, look, they be thinking like, man, look, I'm done. I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't gonna even say it like that. I ain't even gonna say it. But like I said, they are so embarrassing. That wife was embarrassed, and then I saw memes going around like, nah, I ain't embarrassed. All she did was took my problems away, and now I can cash out. Of course she about to cash out. It's all over the world. So there's nothing he's going to be able to say when it comes to the divorce, and there's nothing he's going to be able to negotiate because he was damn sure in the wrong. So this was like easy peasy right there. Sometimes y'all got to be thanking these damn new supplies for taking these creatures off your damn hands. What you say, sis? You said, nah, narcs think they are not going to get caught. That dopamine. Yeah, they're going to help. But they don't think that they're going to get caught. But just to be flaunting around in public like that, it's a possibility to get caught. That's why a lot of them like to cheat out of town or whatever, and be calling them workers and with wigs and all that. That's what they should just do anyway. They should never be in a relationship anyway. They should go get their AI dolls, get their ex-workers, pay for their time, and move around. And if they want to chat, they about to just chat online and think somebody care about them, because don't nobody care about them once they figure out who the hell they are. But I really think that was not a coincidence. I really think that somebody knew something and they got exposed. I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of beautiful people in that audience that we probably prefer to look at than these two old-ass clowns that had no business out there with this clownery and embarrassed the hell out themselves. Okay, another point here. Not only that the ex-husband wasn't married to her, he's done to me like, yep, that's why I left her. He was probably embarrassed because people like, oh man, did you see your ex-wife? So he got to deal with people keep coming into him. And then the wife got to keep people like coming to her, oh, I'm so sorry that happened to you. She don't want to keep hearing that. She don't want to keep being re-triggered about what the whole world already know. On top of the family or the kids or the grandkids, or their parents, if their parents are still living, they take out a lot of people with embarrassment and shame. And then a lot of people get blamed for what they did. So I know everybody probably like, well, if she would have just been taking care of business, he wouldn't have to be with side supply. Look, that needed some sunscreen. Like, what was the sunscreen? Look, let me go because I'll be doing too much. But I'm just saying, like, they are so embarrassing. They are so embarrassing. And that's why they always have to live with shame. And that's why they always have to project everything that they're going through, especially their shame and their accountability, and blame you for their shame and accountability because they don't want to deal with it. They don't want to deal with it. They want everyone to think that you were the problem on why they did what they did. And there's no explanations because all you have to do is just leave. If you're not happy, just leave. But the ones like him, they get their money like that. He didn't want to leave because he didn't want to give up that money. But sis about to ching. You about to give up way more than money. You done lost your job. You done lost your gig. You done lost your job. You done lost your money. You done lost your reputation. Just like I was saying in the first video, how narcs make you lose everything, they also cause themselves to lose everything, and especially you. You're not going to be the only one that have to start over and lose everything. They're going to be doing the same thing, but you're just going to be having to go through the pain and emotions, and they're just going to do what they do. They're going to find a new victim, pour in his sob story, and maybe this person may or may not know who they are. I don't even see how either one of them going to get a new supply. Everybody's gonna know who they are, like, unless that's what they want to do. Like, well, at least I know you easy because you got caught on Coldplaytron. You got caught on the Coldplaytron. So, yeah, let me hit you up. What you say, sis? You said cheaper to keep them. Is it? To a narc, it's cheaper to keep their supply. But for you, it's not cheap. It's going to cost you everything. Even your soul. That part y'all got to take seriously. Even your soul. But I'd be damned if I be running around here taking the blame and the shame and the embarrassment of what somebody else did that has nothing to do with me. Now, everybody got to try to live this down. This I said. When you're with a narc, not just you are affected. Everybody else is affected too, even if they know you or the narc. You leave a narc is the most dangerous time in your life. So that's just like you moving on from a narc. Say you live in an apartment building, narc gets mad, set the building on fire, set other people's apartment on fire, off somebody else, and now look what happened because you wanted to be with a narc. You knew the red flags. Everybody can see the red flags. Just don't be jeopardizing everybody else because you don't mind jeopardizing yourself. But that's what they did. Now the whole family gotta deal with that and try to live it down. Ooh, not just the wife. Look, I know the wife probably shame or maybe not, but that mammy, who raised you? That mammy and that pappy like, y'all raised that? That's what y'all raised? That is crazy, but y'all, that's just my take on it. I'm gonna go, cause I get back over what I was gonna do and whatever. It been hot today. That heat been so hot, y'all, it was making me ill. That's why I always come out when you damn near the sun is down. See that? Sun damn near down. But thank you, China. I love you, Queen. I love you, Queen. Thank you for always supporting me. But yeah, catch the other one too. The other one that I just did before I did this one. But y'all, that was a cold play. That was a cold play for them to put those people on the Tron. Put them on the Voltron. Yeah, thank you, baby. Thank you. Like, woo, y'all. This time in this age, look, cameras are everywhere. So if you're gonna be out there in public trying to be doing something, you better just be thinking that it's always a camera there, and you will be seen. Just when you think you're by yourself or you're private or nobody's paying attention, God is. God turned that Tron on them like, stop. Hammer time. Do. They busted. I guess because I'm gonna keep going. At least you should have got caught with somebody fine. Both of y'all. Look, at least y'all should have got caught with something fine or at least a little bit younger. Now y'all had old ass and spread it around all on the internet. Good luck with that. I'll catch you guys on the next one. But I can't wait to hear more about that because I'm telling you, somebody had hired a PI. That was just not coincident. That was planned. And if it was coincident, it was God's plan. God's plan. See y'all on the next one. Mwah, China. Be blessed.